Okay, folks, so it seems rather likely that based off what DeVal said in a recent interview that Karen will lose one of her babies, that being the baby that belonged to him. And the question that needs to be had is, and look, this is something we've talked about, even during the hiatus period, once Karen, when, her water broke while she was at Zach and Fatima's house. And based off that one photo where we see Zach and Aaron in the hospital, Karen does make it to the hospital. And if she loses this baby, how do you think she's going to react to it? Because I know that one of the biggest things is, do you think, and this could lead into the whole, Fatima's leaving Zach for like 9 episodes. My initial thought when writing down notes for this video would be, oh man, what if Karen does something wild, like blames Fatima for losing the baby? Like, oh, you wanted this to happen. But what about Zach? We don't know exactly when he's going to pop over to the hospital. And keep in mind, he was a little preoccupied saving Andy's life. But he's going to wonder, like, what happened? Like, how did she get here? This, that, and the third. But he doesn't know about the water breaking over at his house and whatnot. Do you think he's going to be questioning Fatima? Like, Fatima, what did you do? Like, did you do everything you could to get her here? Oh, man. And if the baby dies, and if Zach, is overly emotional and starts going in on Fatima, her and Karen, and what about Aaron's bald ass? He might try to do the same thing too. I could see that being a reason why Fatima's like, you know what? I'm done with this. And then she decides to leave. If that's what happens, I could fully understand why she would up and leave the house, and I would 100% be on her side. If Karen loses the baby and then blame gets pointed at Fatima, whoa, that would make for a compelling story if you ask me. I don't know how in the world Zach would be able to get her back after that. I'll tell you that right now, because this reminds me of Zatima season 2, when the question was, okay, your mom is a vegetable right now. Do you take her off life support or not? Jeremiah didn't want to do it, but it's like, bro, you ain't got 2 nickels to rub together, so how in the world would you even afford to, keep the machines going to keep her alive? Zach was like conflicted over the whole thing, and unbeknownst to him, his money was freaked up via Bryce. But he asked Fatima, what do you think I should do? And Fatima one of my favorite Fatima moments, she was like, no. You're not going to put that on me. This is your mother and your decision, because Fatima made the right call. Because had she had been like, maybe you should pull the plug. Zach being Zach, at some point, that would have come back, and who would have used it to slap Fatima in the face with it? See, I knew you were evil. You were the one that made me kill my mom. That's the kind of thing. Because when hurt people. And we know Zach, he wouldn't be against throwing that in her face. So when you look at the whole situation of Karen losing the baby, it's like when I'm watching like Behind the Music or Unsung on TV1, where they talk about like musical artists, how that first or second album went like triple platinum. It's like everybody's high-fiving each other. But as soon as a record comes out and it doesn't do numbers, everybody goes from partying and whatnot to pointing fingers at, hey, the advertising team didn't do a good job promoting the album, or the record label didn't give us the same production budget as the last one, and this, that, and the third. So it went from everybody smiling and everybody's partying to, we had a flop. Who are we going to blame? So I wonder what's going to happen. I mean, keep in mind, like, it's like that Spider-Man meme where it's like, multiple Spider-Man just pointing the finger at each other like, wait, who are you? I feel like the blame. No. What's that one Broadway show? Into the Woods. There's a whole song where the characters all blame each other for a giant that's come to cause chaos and stuff like that. So I wonder if the same thing is going to happen here, where Karen loses the baby and then it's like, Zach, where were you? Aaron, where were you? Fatima, what happened? Man. And the worst part is, it could be written in a way where Karen loses the baby due to the fact that she wasn't able to get proper medical attention in time. Because remember, those rolling blackouts could have been the main reason why 911 wasn't picking up the phone when Fatima kept calling. And, you know, Karen was the one that said, call Zach, call Zach. And obviously, even if she did, given the circumstances, he wouldn't be able to get to his phone at that moment. So he would be rushing. And then, you know, I don't know if Fatima throws Karen in the car and then they go to the hospital, but there are those circulating rumors of Karen refusing to give birth unless Zach is there, or refusing to have her babies in Zach and Fatima's house. So this could be a situation where she indirectly causes a pregnancy complication, and she only has herself to blame for losing the baby. But she's not going to see it that way. If there's anything about these women, they do not hold themselves accountable for anything. But then also look at the fact that Karen is canonically 36, 37. I know. Season 7 with Sabrina turned 35. Andy mentioned how all the ladies were 35. Episode 1, that nurse, when Karen was going in there for STD check, she's 36. And the woman even said, look, you got to think about freezing your eggs because, women 35 and above have an increased risk of pregnancy complications. And Karen has had her fair share of complications throughout the entire go of her pregnancy. So it would not surprise me if one of the babies was a stillborn or something. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. When it comes to losing one of the kids and then emotions are high, do you think the blame game will go into effect? And do you think fingers will get pointed at Fatima? And this could explain why she ups and leaves Zach. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.